Hey guys, welcome to Erradicate. Welcome to another video. And today it's time to talk post the match against Ibiza. What happened, after the game, what's been going on, what's been said in the sports outlets, mainly the Catalan ones, Sport, Mundo Deportivo, Cadena Cope, Ser, all those things like Raku. But especially Mundo Deportivo and Sport. And you guys know Mundo Deportivo is like the spoke, like the board is able to gather message around by Mundo Deportivo, and if the players, want something to get out, they do it through Sport. Instead of doing it like I normally do it, which is grab a certain type of opinion pieces or things like that and read them to you as well as showing them, I thought it was more present instead of showing all of them or showing like anything and reading out loud, more like analyze what's been going on, what does this mean. And basically I heard an opinion today, or I saw an opinion rather on Twitter and social media, that what was Setien hired by the board? If the board don't believe in the Cruyffism, why did they go with Setien? Which is mainly it's probably the most Cruyffist follower other than Guardiola that you have right now in world football. That's so openly going with the with the Barca way or something like that. And I think it was a very interesting thing to analyze, because what I was seeing in social media is that some people believe that maybe this board hired Setien so when he fails, so if they can make him fail, they'll be like, you see, the style is over. The Cruyffism doesn't work anymore. People have figured us out. And I've heard this thing about people have figured us out, that the style doesn't work, that we need to change. Same thing was said after Rijkaard when they wanted to bring in Mourinho, and thanked that we didn't do that and we had the likes of Guardiola come in because of Cruyff, because of Laporta. And I have to say that I don't think it goes that far. The paranoia goes that far that the board is conspiring, deeper plot to make the club lose. I don't think it goes that deep. But honestly, to a point, I could believe it. I could believe it because this board, and there is part of the Barcelona, outlet in Spain especially, and I know that most of you guys are not in Spain or around the world, and thank you again for all the support. And I'm not trying to say that the Barcelona fans in Spain are more important than the ones internationally, because it's not true, but they do have more of a voice, and what happens in Spain is mostly what going to decide the fate of the club worldwide. Because the thing is that you guys know elections are only by board members, so you have to be associate, and the thing is that that's mostly Spanish people, and not only Spanish people, Catalan. They have to be Catalan pretty much, and it's something that it's been very shocking, because you see all these things that Mundo Deportivo, Sport, all these things they do is to engineer those kind of things happening. And if Mundo Deportivo all of a sudden starts saying that Setien, that 1,000 passes but only 200 passes going forward, they're trying to make it seem as it's not that great, that we're not doing anything with the ball, that Riqui Puig good against Granada but a disaster against Ibiza. But that's the same people that when we lost in Enfield, no comments on Valverde, no criticizing Valverde. You criticizing what happened against Ibiza more harshly than what happened against Roma and Liverpool. And that's the truth. It's the truth. Valverde had an unbelievable amount of defense to the point that he could survive Roma and Liverpool and not get sacked at that moment. The board realized we lost the Super Cup. It can start derailing our season, and if this goes south this season, there could be elections in 2020 by the end of the summer, which is still something that I would like to have. and that they couldn't, their continuity wouldn't get the next elections in 2021. So they decided to change things around, and to prove very quickly, like, this is not gonna be the video for this. I probably could make a video about it, about people, like the style, have people figure us out. The thing is, no one has figured us out, or at least no one has figured us out to a point that they can stop us. Because the thing is that Barcelona have been playing pretty much the same since 1990, pretty much. The style's been the same, with one, like, small changes here or there. Every manager with their own particular way of doing things, but the philosophy has been the same. And it's been proven that when Barcelona do things the right way, they are the best team in history. And especially you can see that every single year they've won the Champions League. Because not only they won the Champions League, but they won the La Liga title on top of that, meaning that they were the best team in the world, game by game, and they were the most consistent team in the world, game by game. Meaning that if in 30 years you haven't figured out how to stop us, there's no stopping us, at least not for now. The thing that can do the most damage to Barcelona, it's Barcelona itself. The members from the inside. From the inside out, because from the outside we can withhold anything. We are able to be the best version of ourselves and we know how to do it. But if we don't know how to do it, if we don't want to do it, if we want to change things around, that's when things start going the wrong way. And I think that it's been something that is being very, very annoying, because we are the best team in the world, without a shadow of a doubt. Like, right now we're not on top of Liverpool against Manchester City either. I would say, like, I don't think we're either better than Madrid at this particular moment. We have the potential to be the best team in the world. I think we have the best team in the world. Like, in terms of players, we have probably, if not the best team, one of the best teams for sure. We have Messi. That says enough that we have Messi. So we need to work towards this idea of, let's support Setien. Like, if the board really, like, if Bartomeu wanted to, give Setien the opportunity, if this board wanted to give, if this board didn't have the wrong mentality that they do have, which is, let's sign Brazilians, let's sign players from abroad, let's not trust in La Masia, why would you sign the league when you can keep Piqué, defend Valverde at all costs, like, things like this that I don't agree with. They didn't do things like this. I would be completely with them to stay at Barcelona if they were like, let's trust in a Cruyffist manager, let's trust in the way of doing things, let's allow the manager to have power. Because the thing is that if you hire the right manager, if you hire the right sporting directors, if you do all of that, it doesn't matter what manager comes in, because you're gonna bring in a manager that's gonna work with the system that we have. The problem is that you go from Guardiola to Tito Villanova, that they were playing pretty much the same way. But then after that, you bring in Tata Martino, which is a completely different thing. Then you try to recover the style with Luis Enrique. But then after that, you go with Valverde. You see the problem here? The problem is that Valverde or Tata Martino are not good managers, which they are. They are good managers. Valverde is a really good manager, just not for Barcelona. And you have to pick the battles that you decide to go for, because the thing is that we've been going out this in the wrong way. Players should have been rotated out. Like, there's no problem by rotating players out. Players, like I've said it time and time again, Suarez should have left in 2017. Piqué should have, like, if Guardiola stayed, we should have given him free reign to do whatever he wanted with the squad. And I'm sure that Piqué would have been one of the first names that he would have quit in 2012. That Piqué would have still been a great defender, yes. That he will still be one of the best players in the world, yes. That doesn't change the fact that we need to trust in the manager. Setien needs to be given trust. I don't want to be seeing criticism. Like, we can criticize Setien, but I don't want to see, like, Setien out, Setien is the worst manager in the world, like, things like this, after only half a season. Because Setien is arriving with a team that has only done 40 points in the first half of the season. That he hasn't had a preseason, he hasn't had a summer transfer window. He's come with a bunch of injuries, like Suarez injured, Arthur coming back from injury, Dembele coming from an injury, Ter Stegen is coming from an injury. Like, your players have kind of forgotten how to press. Like, he needs to change all things around. He needs to change the system. He has to, bring back those players to full fitness, like, because they obviously weren't. And to a point, I want to say thank you to the players. I criticize them a lot when they need to, but I'll applaud them when they deserve it, because apparently, like, I think it's being said that by Setien that he thanks the players for all the support that he's been given, the hard work, that they've been very committed for the project, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that as a fan. I appreciate that. Hopefully this is going to be the way that we can move forward, that we can do things better, because honestly we need to do this better. We need to be the best team in the world, because we have the potential to do so, and therefore we must demand to be so. Let's do our best. Let's trust in the manager. Let's do the work that needs to be done, and let's see if we can go back to being the best club in the world. But we don't stand done. Leave me your opinions about Setien. Do you think that he should stay or go? Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.